Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another monochrome challenge. You might have seen my first one I did was a makeup tag started by Hannah Louise Poston, and she had created a monochrome makeup tag that was centered around one product of one color, and then you had to find products of the same color exactly. And I did that with a teal. It was a challenge, and the challenge was especially to find the same shade. And when you use darker colors, I like to blend with similar tones, but just a lighter or a darker version of that color. So since I asked if you guys were interested in seeing maybe once a month a monochromatic look, you guys were enthusiastic, so I decided to go for it. But I will be changing a little bit the format and the idea with the introduction of just using one color and its let's say lighter and darker version. For today's look, I am starting with my eyebrows done, my base done, so foundation, concealer, powder, and my eyes primed and set with an eyeshadow close to my skin tone. The color of today, as you may see from my shirt, is brown, and I didn't want to go with a warm brown because that's way too easy. I have so many of those shades. I want to go with a neutral, maybe slightly cool tone, but trying to stay on a neutral brown. Not as easy as I thought it would be because, as I mentioned, most products these last few years are all warm toned. I have warm undertones, so that's also what I tend to gravitate towards. But I managed to find a few things. The hardest thing, of course, was actually blush, because nobody makes a neutral brown blush. There's a lot of warm blushes or peachy blushes, but not a very just basic brown blush. Not for at least a lighter skin tone, so not something that I bought, not in my collection. Anyways, I think we can make it through. A small side step again via my nails. Can you imagine? I do not own a brown nail polish. What? I actually have one on my wish list, and that's broccoli and something from Kale Polish. That's a beautiful cream brown, but I don't have one, so for now I am with a shimmery dark base with a let's say bronze shimmer, which is Getting to Know You by China Glaze. It's a Halloween nail polish. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into this monochromatic look tutorial by presenting the eyeshadows that I will be using, and I will zoom you in and do one eye with you guys. I am starting off with Makeup Geek Hayride on a fluffy brush to start creating my blending and my transition. And this is the main reason why I made this modification to the challenge, let's say, is that I way prefer the way my looks come together if I have a transition shade. And I like also matching my transition shade in my monochromatic looks. Then with a slightly smaller brush and Makeup Geek Mocha, I'm gonna start building more depth and more transition. And I am so nervous about the Makeup Geek restock. You may notice today we're gonna use almost all Makeup Geek eyeshadows. That's because I have a huge collection of them, and that most of them are gonna be discontinued makes my heart break. And also worry about how on earth I'm gonna be able to repurchase all of the shades, the new shades. They did leak some swatches on Twitter, and I know Angela Mary Tanner started posting about them, but they're gorgeous. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to buy them all. 40 new shades, they say. To put down a base for the smoky eye, I'm going in with Nabla Cosmetics Caffeine Cream Shadow, and that goes only on my lid, just to make sure I have a dark base to start with. It makes all of the smoky eyes so much easier. Mine is a little bit old, so it is a little bit hard to blend out. For my outer V and crease, I am taking again Makeup Geek. This is Dark Roast, and this was actually kind of the inspiration for this look, because I really like this tone of brown. It's quite in between, quite neutral. It works well with any look, and yeah, it's just really pretty. I had just watched a Samantha Ravindal video where she did the makeup on so many different subscribers with different eye shapes. I found that was really informative and helpful. So I tried as well to apply with a very small pencil brush and then blend with a, let's say, bigger blending brush. I don't know that that works very well, but I can try at least. To deepen even more, I'm going in with Anastasia Rich Brown, which is really dark brown, and that will give me even more depth. And this is really concentrated where you would have an eyeliner, let's say, or just the really outer V and outer bit of your lash line. And then with the brush that we applied Mocha with, just going and blending everything together. I think this is the part that works the best for me, is this, just with a medium-sized blending brush, just blend everything together. And then the work will look more seamless than before. Now for a shimmer on the lid, I don't really have a neutral brown with shimmer. So I'm going in with this eyeshadow here. This is Voodoo from Divina Cosmetics. It has a slightly warm tone flip to it, so it's a bit of a duochrome with a neutral base and a bit of a, maybe a little bit coppery leaning shimmer in it, but I will then balance it out by applying with another finger Nabla Cosmetics Water Dream, which is a little bit of a glitter top coat, and it will make it look a little bit more balanced and not so warm toned without going overboard, Alice. Before I continue to the lower lash line, I'm going to clean up my inner corner because I kind of spilled over there, and I don't want it to affect the brightness that I want in there because I don't like a very dark inner corner. It just doesn't look good on my skin tone. And reapplying my concealer, let's say. There's nothing on the sponge except for the concealer I applied earlier. And again, powder with the same brush I applied it before. So, for liner, I am using Alchemilla number 02. This is one of their more recent releases. I'm putting this in my inner lash line, tight lining lid top as well, and in between my lashes if I feel like that isn't really covered. And then with a little smudge brush and dark roast again, just smoking out the lower lash line, leaving the inner third clear because we just cleaned it out, and connecting the outside with the blending that we did earlier. As I said, I just love this shade. And then with the brush that we applied our first transition shade with, I haven't taken any more product, but I'm just gonna go and blend everything. And poking myself in the eye. Ow. For the inner corner, I'm gonna build up a little bit of brightness. I'm starting with Shimma Shimma by Makeup Geek, which is, it's a nice shade, but it's not that metallic. It's more of a traditional shimmer. It's also one of these shades that I've had since 2008. And then I'm going in with a palette that was also really good for this look. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry, and this shade here, which is Pearl. And this is a beautiful, more metallic, neutral shade. Very bright, very metallic. Now I'm gonna put on my other lash and mascara, and then I'll be right back to do the rest of my face. So here I am back. My SD card kind of quit on me while I was recording, but what I was saying was that you could have achieved easily this makeup look also with the Sultry palette. You have quite a few neutral brown or more cooler tone maybe, but it's a nice palette to use to make such a monochromatic look. And then I contoured with my Kevin Aucoin sculpting powder that I have into this little book right here. This one is in my project pan, so I'm trying to use it in every occasion I can, but it's a brown, so it fits, right? And then I proceeded to dig my nail into this beautiful pixie highlight. This is Subtle Sunrise, and I'm going to take this shade right here, which is among the highlighters I have, maybe the least warm or cool, maybe the one that is more in the middle. And these are amazing. I really, really love this these highlighters by Pixie. They are so beautiful. And for blush, I had to dig everywhere into my decluttered pile that I hope you've been enjoying my declutters so far. And I found a blush that is called brown, and specifically deep brown. This is from H&M. I had depotted it, and let's say this is the closest thing to a brown blush that I have. I thought I could use MAC Raisin, but it looks so red actually if you think about it, compared to the eye look that we did, so none of this. But I think this one isn't per se brown, but it's as close to it as I could get, I guess. And I like the look of it. Now for the lips, which is a fun bit. I love brown lipstick, and here are my picks. I have MAC Chestnut as a liner, MAC Antique Velvet as a lipstick, and I have Dose of Colors Chocolate Wasted as a liquid lip. I'm going to first line my lips with MAC Chestnut. And because my lips are so dry, I'm going to go in with MAC Antique Velvet. And here is the finished look. I really love the lipstick, really love. And I'm sorry if the light is really weird, but natural lighting went. It is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon and there's no more direct sunlight or just light outside. So here is the finished look. This is my monochrome look for brown, and a neutral brown at that. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you do these for yourself, if you like wearing monochromatic makeup. I know I do on a daily basis anyways. I love going all one color. And let me know down below which is the next color you'd like me to try. I'm gonna try to do these on a regular basis, at least once a month. And I hope you've been enjoying my decluttering that has been going on my channel. We should be done with that by now. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!